Greetings and salutations, my lovelies! Bardic Kitty here, bringing you another art video. This one's starting out a little different because I'm showing you here I've got these characters. These are some of the characters from the TV series Firefly / movie Serenity, and a while back I did line art for chibis for all 9 of the cast members, and these 3 have been finished and turned into buttons. Aren't they cool looking? Anyway, so my next convention is in a couple of weeks. It's like July 7th through 9th, I believe it is. And so one of the things that I want to try to do before that convention is to have the rest of the cast done and turned into buttons as well. So here's the rest of the line arts. As you can see, you know, they're fairly detailed. Some of them are simpler than others, but you know, that's the way the character designs work. And so I'm going to start coloring them. In this video, I managed to get the next 3 done. Zoe, Wash, and Jayne were the ones that I did this week. And for next week, I hope to finish the crew off with the last 3. So here we go, jumping right into coloring Zoe. And I really just kind of use my same techniques that I always do. I go in with my lightest color first and then build up a couple layers with the darker shades. And I know a lot of people are big into working outside of color families for shading. That's something I still haven't done a lot with. I mostly use like straight up just, you know, my earth tones all together and like my reds together. Though with this cast, there's a lot of kind of dull, less saturated colors and like combination colors. Like her vest was kind of a muddy reddish brown, but like more red than like my, like say mahogany or siennas were. So there was a fair bit of color mixing for this video. Maybe I should have like shown that a little bit more, but I played around with the colors a lot, and in general I'm pretty happy with the way that things went. I am sorry that this isn't like a new start to finish video. Since Mermaid ended, I've kind of been in a bit of a slump and I can't figure out what's going on and how to get out of it. So for now at least, I'm sticking to coloring. I have so much line art that I made in the past that just never got finished, and so I'm going to be working on some of that, and other than that, kind of just taking a bit of a break while I try to figure out what's going on, and maybe just a little bit of rest after the just constant work of May. It might be that I just need a bit of time to unwind and let myself not stress about constantly working. So that's a thing, but I'm still getting videos out with, like I said, this week and next week are going to be coloring these chibi drawings. I have several more, so if you guys like these, I can do more where I color other chibi line arts, or even do a video or 2 where I show you the process of how I create my chibi characters. I drew most of these actually, like, I think about 2 years ago at this point, because I decided that I really wanted to do chibi characters. Oh, look, there's Zoe. She's done. Doesn't she look awesome? And now I'm going to start coloring Wash. He, of course, has his Hawaiian shirt and his dinosaurs, because he's not Wash without those. I'm sorry. Anyway, a couple years ago, I decided I wanted to be able to do cute chibi characters, because that was something that I always loved that other people did, but I couldn't figure them out. Like, I'd done lots of tutorials on them and watched them and tried to emulate and it just never worked. So I decided that until I figured out how to do chibis and was happy with it, I was going to draw a new chibi every day. And I did with pretty good success for a couple of months. And it honestly, once I set that goal for myself and I actually sat down and really worked on them and I did a new one every day, it actually came together pretty quick. It only took a few days of trial and error before I was pretty happy with my style of chibi that I've worked out. These are a little less, you know, like another word for chibi is like SD, which stands for super deformed. These are a little less super deformed than a lot of the other ones. because you can have the body is exactly the same size as one head, whereas I do like a 3-circle base for mine, though the head circle is larger than the 2 that make up the body. So they're not as like tiny and adorable as some people's chibis, but I actually really like that. And it allows me, I'm so crazy, like usually people do these tiny chibis and they make them super simple. Yeah, no, I put so much detail into my chibis, it's kind of crazy. So, like, for example, I've done some League of Legends characters, and the detailing on those is just absolutely insane. And I like it, though, because it's different from the way other people do it. I feel like it helps mine kind of stand apart a little bit. But anyway, I'm rambling again. Obviously now I've started working on Jayne, and I had to start with the Jayne hat, because, I mean, you've got to have the Jayne hat. You know, it's kind of like Wash's Dinosaurs and Hawaiian shirt. This is a series that I've really enjoyed for quite a while. I watch through it again every year or so just to kind of refresh my memory and remember how awesome it is. And so I've been trying to do better about that. Anyway, I lost my train of thought now. Oh no. Jeez. Sorry, like I said, I've been in a bit of a, like, slump, kind of and I'm wondering, it's like part of it might just be the mental state I've been in. I've had some life stuff going on. My husband was sick for a week, and that was during a point where we were trying to deal with a flea problem with our cats, because just out of nowhere, suddenly my 2 indoor-only cats got fleas. So we've been doing a lot of treatments and a lot of cleaning and a lot of vacuuming, and he was sick for a week, so I was trying to deal with all of this more or less myself for a while. And anyway, but he's doing better. The cats are doing better. We've been seeing signs that the problem is going away, so but it's just kind of left me in a constant state of mental stress and exhaustion, so I think that might be part of the drawing problem. And hopefully, here in another week or so, I'll have that completely past me. Like I said, I'm going to take a couple of days off. I'm going to just do some coloring, some old line art, and any day now, I'm sure it'll just, like, I'll just sit down and start drawing without even thinking about it again, and everything will be great. Because a lot of times that's the way it works for me. Like, I'll stress and stress and stress and stress. But then, like, I take a moment and I kind of step back, and after I've had a day or two of not, like, trying to force myself to be productive constantly, then I'll start reconnecting with what I love about art. That's maybe not the best way to deal with this kind of problem. I know a lot of people say you should just work through it anyway, but this is what works best for me. And hopefully it will be all dealt with soon, and after next week's video, you'll have a new video with brand new awesome art. So there are the 3 finished chibis. I hope you enjoy them. I hope you enjoy next week's video as well. It will be Captain Mal Reynolds, Inara, and Shepherd Book, and I will see you all lovelies next week. I love you all, and have a beautiful week.